Hello, friends. Do you remember growing up and when you were learning how to swim? Could you imagine if your parent or your swimming instructor taught you how to swim by throwing you into the deep end? You would have been like, "What? What are you doing? I don't know how to swim. You need to teach me." Well, sometimes in life it feels like we kind of get thrown into the deep end. We don't really know what we're doing. Don't know what we're up against. We feel like we're underqualified for the position. We don't have the right skills, and we just feel like we are trying to learn to swim in the deep end. Well, this was kind of what was happening with David. At this point in his life, it says in 1 Samuel 16 that he was just anointed as the new king of Israel. He was going to be the future king of Israel. Except right now he was still hanging out with the dirty, smelly sheep. He was playing a harp for the present king, King Saul. It didn't seem like these were very kingly duties. But then 1 Samuel 17 comes along, and David is thrown into this situation where he doesn't feel qualified. And to make matters worse, other people reminded him of that fact. Goliath, obviously the 9-foot tall giant, thought that, who is this guy? He doesn't match me in my strength. What are you sending this little runt on the battlefield for? His older brother Eliab was still kind of jealous of him because David was chosen as the king. He was so worried that, what did David do with the sheep? King Saul himself thought, you're so inexperienced. There's no way that you're going to win. But David knew something that the rest of them didn't know. Something that Goliath thought that he was too small. But David knew that his strength came from God. King Saul thought he didn't have enough experience. But David, as he's been watching the sheep, has been learning and studying and reading God's word. He was skilled, and he knew that God could help him when those times when he had to protect the sheep, that God would protect him now. And Eliab, who thought that he wasn't the future king, well, God thought differently. And he said, David, you are my chosen king. I don't look at the outward appearance, I look at your heart, and your heart. David was actually considered a man after God's own heart. So this week, when the people in your life try to tell you, you can't do it, you're never going to make it, you can't accomplish what you think you're going to accomplish, the giants are too big, just remember the lessons from David as he learned to swim in the deep end. That God will equip you, God will give you the battle strategy, God will be with you, and God will help you defeat your giants. Thanks so much for taking some time to watch this video this week, and I hope that you have a fantastic week.